Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. My dude, I never thought I'd be right here, man. Right here, game point with who?
Robbie the Rocket.
Come on, man. Robbie the Rocket, man.
Yeah.
I'm on your block, man. Hold on. Why am I doing the talking? Come on, introduce. What's going on? Introduce me.
Hey, tuxedo. That's what I call it.
Well, hold on. Let me sit this way.
The man, the myth, the
introduce
legend.
me.
We got the great tuxedo on our show today at Game Point.
Uncle Tuxx, to be exact.
Oh, they call him Uncle Tuxx out here. You know what I'm saying? I got a nickname for everybody. I call you Tuxedo.
You know that is definitely not original.
Is that original?
That is not like the first time I've been called Tuxedo.
Like tuxedo.
You know what I thought was cool though? One time I had somebody said tuxedo instead of tux. They said your name is 3-piece. And I went by 3-piece for a little while in middle school. In middle school, I should have kept with 3-piece, huh? That was hard, huh?
Taylor Bay,
just a 3-piece, huh?
With a Taylor Bay, man. Yeah.
But check this out. What's happening, y'all? We are live and direct here on our network. We're doing a pilot show for the nation's station, Youth Sports. This is where we're just going to talk about any and everything youth sports oriented. Okay, we're directly hubbed with the independent league, the Nation Youth Football League as well. And I believe that's the American Youth Football League, right? Conference that they're a part of, which is a nationwide organization. What we're going to do today is just talk a little bit about what's going on the upcoming season, some of the things we're looking forward to actually seeing and actually dealing with. We're going to talk about the game of the week. We're going to show the game of the week today. The game of the week after the show is the Box State Hornets versus the Colorado Springs Elite. It's an awesome game. Great game. Can't wait for you guys to see that one. We're going to talk a little bit about that too also. We're also going to introduce a segment and also a new thing that we're going to be implementing called the Blue Ribbon Elite. The Blue Ribbon Elite is a platform for only the best of the best, the creme de la creme,
the
right?
The cream of the crop.
The top of the top,
the blue
right?
chip All-American.
The blue chips, right?
Real deal.
And we're gonna, it is a team sport. We understand that, right?
Yes.
We understand that, that it is a team game. But we do also understand that there are catalyst players, and there are players that push the needle. There are players that actually are that stand out, right?
Pretty much.
That deserve, that put in the work, right? That are game changers, that shock the nation.
Right? The nation.
Right?
Wait till you see this one. He shocked the nation.
We're definitely going to talk about that too as well. But right now, let's just get into it a little bit. Let's kind of familiarize ourselves with the league we will be covering this year and the football season. Let's talk about the Nation Youth Football League, okay? We've been, what that is, and what I've heard, the most that I've heard about it, it's a newer league, right? A lot of leagues and communities are traditioned. Pop Warner's, the Snoop Dogg now has a little bit of tenure now, right?
Yes.
Pal League was a very big one and prominent one, actually here in this community too. Pal actually subsided.
Yes.
There was the AHRR Youth Football League too. They subsided a little bit. But all in all, up came an uprising, right? A new sheriff in town, right? Which is the Nation Youth Sports Football League. Or no, the Nation Youth Football League, right? And man, did they just cultivate and gather the best and the best of the teams in competition in this community. I'll tell you, man.
They kept it traditional, tuxedo.
Talk to me.
They kept it, from what I was getting out of it, a lot of them organizations, a lot of them teams was real big out here. And them organizations fell. And then the nation came in and said, no, we're not going to let y'all fall. We're going to keep us all together as one nation. That's why it's a nation, you know. Like
you got to love that, right?
The nation of Islam.
You got to love that,
right?
But
like, from, outside looking in, just seeing and just hearing and just looking, I'm kind of, nosy, but I look, I kind of watch and know. And it looks like you got your Prince Hall teams. I never really seen them as a kid because I wasn't here, but just knowing the tradition and the history of them, and he kept that organization as a whole through the nation. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? You got to have like the junior.
Prince Hall. Hold on, now Prince Hall got some history now.
History. Now you got to think.
Prince Hall is no joke. I don't even think they got a mascot. Like they just Prince Hall. They don't call themselves nothing. They just
Prince Hall.
We just the Hall. Like they don't got no animal. They don't got nothing. They just go out there and kick ass.
They just got a uniform.
Oh, they've been kicking ass for years. Traditions too. Seriously.
Yeah.
That is, and so that's good to see. Actually, I'm gonna check on what's some other teams that are actually
they got the junior Broncos over there. They also got the who is this? Colorado Elites over there.
Well, I know the Colorado Springs Elite. Matter of fact, let's talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see, because I have them actually pulled up. I'll start from the beginning. Colorado Lions. I believe if I'm familiarized, right, the Colorado Lions used to be the AHRR Lions, if I remember right.
Okay.
AHRR Lions were actually a pretty good team. I remember Dudley Thurman, I think, used to be over there back in the day. He was a good coach over there. His son was a baller. I believe a corner over there was pretty nice too also. Let's see, Colorado Springs Elite. We actually had the privilege of seeing them play just over the weekend, our game of the week. Which, hey man, that's a stout group of boys there.
Like you said, they could have shocked the nation.
They mean. Don't tell too much yet, man. Don't tell too much yet. We will talk about that a little bit more.
They could have shocked.
But they got a good squad over there, man. I'll tell you what, man. They got a good squad. Watching the tape on them boys, man.
I was impressed.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
I was impressed. There's some athletes over there. Seriously.
Yes.
Who else on there? Colorado Springs Legends. I'm not familiarized with the Colorado Springs Legends. I will be looking forward to seeing you guys this season also. The rest of the R Sports team too as well. And the Nation Station family also will all be out there just having all eyes on you guys too also. The Commanders. Shout out to the Commanders. Commanders is a good team.
Hey,
good organization. Good organization.
Great organization.
Really. Actually a good organization.
That's the one team I'm going to say. When that Snoop League came around, I got the chance to see them on TV, and they went to, it was like LA or Texas. It was one of them places they were at. And I was like, they represent Colorado. I was newly here, in the city. I was like, they represent Colorado. They represent Colorado well. That's one organization that's a strong, like I said, all of the organizations went different ways, but that's a strong team. That particular people.
It was a strong group when they first came about. It was like, okay, they understood the idea of program, the idea of an actual organized organization, organized team, right?
Steve Griff was over there with them.
Griff, Corey. Shout out to Corey too, man. I hope you're doing well too. I know you moved out to Aurora. Hopefully you're doing well too. To Arizona. Peace to you also. Highlands Ranch Mountain Lions. I actually believe I seen them in a championship game. Didn't we see them going to see in a championship game? A lot of big boys over there.
Yeah, I think they got the look.
A lot of big boys over there.
You got money.
Boy,
you could do a lot.
They look like everybody look athletic over there, man. It look like from 1 to 11, everybody, they know what they're doing over there too. Look more like a basketball team more to me, but yeah, there's some height on there, some athletes over there too. Lakewood Warhawks, not familiar with them boys. We're looking forward to it. I like the name.
Oh, Lakewood Warhawks.
Yeah.
His name is talk to the coach, James somebody.
Don't just make up stuff.
No, talk to the coach. He wanted me to coach with him, and they was out there in Lakewood. It was like, it was like 10U team, and I know the guy told me I was gonna bring him on the show one time, James. Shout out to them. They're a new team, He getting gears together. Pretty good organization. I watched them because I follow them, so on the page. They're a pretty good team,
I'm anxious to see them. I'm anxious to see all the talent, honestly. This is going to be a hell of a season. It already is already. Like that. Been to a couple games. Very, very, very spicy.
Yes.
There's been a few blowouts, but there's been some really good games too as well. The talent is what I like to see, and we're going to definitely keep spotlighting on the talent here on the Nation Station. What I will say, let's get into a little bit more cream in the crop. I'm a little bit more familiar with some of these names. The Mile High Gorillas, I've seen them win a championship a couple years back, actually. Let's see, North Denver Hawks. Those are always some good athletes over there in North Denver. Northeast Wolfpack. I'm not familiar with the Wolfpack. I love the logo though.
Okay.
Let's see. Park Hill Falcons. Out there with Grimes out there, huh? Coach Grimes. out there.
They look like they got a strong little organization. Not a little organization. They got a strong organization over there.
I think they exemplified the word strong. Like they are a strong organization.
That's what I'm saying.
They seem like if you're saying who was the oak tree of youth football,
the seed of it, the root of it
is Park Hill. They just Park Hill Falcons. They just seem like they weather the storm.
Yeah, it's a family,
right?
It's like a family oriented thing. Once you come in their organization, you part of their family. They gonna open arms.
I remember seeing a young man, and I didn't want to pull out no names yet and talk about the sport, but I remember seeing a young man play on that team named Adonis Moore.
Adonis, yeah.
He's a coach now, actually, for the actual.
When I went to Mother. When I first got here, he looked like a baby D-ball. They say he played running back or something.
He was Bo Jackson.
He's Bo Jackson, yeah. He
was Bo Jackson.
He's a big boy when I first got here. I seen him.
For Park Hill Falcons, for sure. He was easily Bo Jackson, bro. For real. He was a man amongst boys. Let's see here. Park Hill Pirates, another storied franchise, right? Another storied, and actually I love what they're doing right now. If anybody who's in the forefront of revitalizing their program,
that'd be one.
Making their program an actual institution in the community, that is the Park Hill Pirates.
Okay.
And they might have the most notarized, or not notarized, but the most famous.
Okay.
You know the damn word on. They probably have the most famous people to come out of
that organization.
From NFL to NBA to community activism,
everything,
to Grammy nominated artists, to all the way around to even some of the most hardcore folks in the street. So they're a very, very
well-known organization,
rooted, heck yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Park Hill Pirates, man. Look, they've been taking a lot of losses. I've been hearing though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to be more specific. But what I've been hearing the rumble and jungle, a lot of losses been coming out of them.
Yes.
Y'all got to tighten up out there.
I've been hearing too. They just got scraped by.
We already talked about Prince Hall, Spillionaires.
They the new team in the world around.
They're not new. Everybody knows about the damn Spillionaires.
Everybody know about the Spillionaires.
They are definitely they're maybe the most known. They may be the most active.
They got a uniqueness with them. You thinking like it's like
they're beastie, man.
Yeah,
they're beastie. They got a swagger to them.
Okay.
Right? They bring in their own swagger. They want to smoke with everybody.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, you love it.
I love it. It's feisty. I love it because it starts from the top and it goes to their players.
Yes.
Their players want to smoke with everybody, and I love that too. I seen the Thoroughbreds are on there.
Thoroughbreds.
Cody talk a lot of Hey, we interviewed Cody too. Yeah. Cody's ready for the Spillionaires. I told him, man. Cody said he wanted for round 2. I heard they just missed out on beating them. I didn't catch that game, unfortunately. Heard it was a wonderful game. A lot of good spice in that one also.
Monday night under the lights. That'd be a good one. We go film in the
commentator. We could.
Night under the lights.
And then there's our Warrior Nation too. I have here also too.
Oh yeah.
Rudy and Montbello, the feeder team for the 5A championship team. They are a team with a lot of good coaching over there.
Great coaching. That's
a lot of good folk. They come from the Lindsay tree. I mean, what do you expect down there, right? We're talking about Tony Lindsay,
the real
deal. You talking about football coaches and Hall of Fame coaches out of Colorado. That you got to start around that area and definitely mention his name. Hey, let's get into it though. Check it. Let's talk about this game, man, and then we're gonna get into a call with one of the coaches from the actual game that we seen with the Box State Hornets. Versus the Colorado Springs Elite. We're gonna show that game here after too. Also, what did you? Let's talk about that game.
Okay.
That game was September 18th. It was at Montbello Rec Center. 10U. I'm informed that the Box State Hornets actually came from another league where they kind of dominated.
Okay.
They were a new team out there, but I was told that they had all the athletes.
Okay.
And went to a non-athletic group.
Okay.
And dominated.
Okay.
So now they moved over to the Nation Youth Football League. Please correct me if I'm wrong with any of the information too as well. We're getting to know y'all just like y'all getting to know us.
Yeah.
But with the Nation Youth, the Box State Hornets, they came over, changed their name. I believe they were the Savages.
Okay.
Came over, became the Box State Hornets. And I believe they played 3 games. First 2 games dominated. Beat the brakes off of players. Okay. Off of teams. Saw the team called the Colorado Springs Elite, which is another new team coming down to ingratiate with the nation, and all part of Colorado, which I think is a dope thing. And they're pretty dominant out there in the Springs, is what we're hearing.
Okay.
That game was a good game, man.
Yes, it was.
That game was a good game.
I was very, very, very impressed. I'll tell you this, Tuxedo, at that age level and the IQ. Remember we was talking behind the scenes, the football IQ for a 10-year-old kid is great. And, shout out to the coaching. Because I can tell that there's some well-coached kids.
Got to be cultivated.
You can't teach speed. You can't teach athleticism, but you could teach them fundamentals. And you could tell that them kids was fundamentally sound. The quarterback was y'all got to check that quarterback out. He was very impressive. Man, his IQ was just there. Like he's at home practicing every day. His fakes, the way you can't teach speed. I mean, you're either born fast or you can't teach.
You're right, and also if you're listening to with the nation, we need rosters. Come on, if we want to talk about these players, we need rosters.
Email
names, we need all that.
How they get it to us?
We'll go to AHRR Network at gmail.com. That is AHRR Network at gmail.com. Send us all the information. Give us updates and our corrections too as well. Send us film. Send us footage. Send us highlights. Send us the players that we should be looking for our Blue Ribbon Elite series, because we will be putting the spotlight on those players.
Yes.
So back to this game. You're right. The quarterback for the Box State Hornets was number 1. Very passionate player.
Okay.
Very passionate player. You can tell he must be a perfectionist.
Yes.
He did not like the mistakes, and he was on his team about him. But it seems like they were corrective, and they understood he was the leader, and that's where it begins, right? Their blocking was excellent.
Yes.
Their blocking was excellent. I guess we're just breaking down the teams. I thought their blocking was excellent. I thought that they had their athletes in the right positions.
Yes, they did.
Right. I thought they had a decent playbook.
Real decent.
It was left. It was right. A lot of good fakes, rollouts.
It was fit for that. It was fit for that personnel that they had.
Yeah.
Period. It was a perfect offense for that personnel.
That's exactly what I meant.
Personnel
perfect.
that they had for that that particular. The coaching showed.
Yeah, the coaching showed.
I kind of like that. The coaching showed. You can't knock the coaches. You know what I'm saying? Great game, strong line. Like I'm saying, line looked good for what he had with the personnel. They ran the right play, calling up the middle, through the gut, to the side, the dive lead with the athletes they had, and it looked like a good. Unfortunately, when you see the game, it's some other little avenues that slowed the game down.
Yeah, we're about to talk about that too as well.
But like I said, great running backs.
Good team.
Good team.
They got a good team. They got a definitely good team. We're gonna talk about their stud though. Ooh, they got a monster over there, don't they? Huh?
All I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna keep my balance.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about. Actually, we gonna show you. Actually, we gotta show you a little snippet, a little footage too.
Yeah, we're gonna show you.
Well deserved. But I'll say this: a Colorado Springs Elite.
Yes.
Let me ask. First of all, they were in the game the whole way.
Yes.
Let's talk about the game. It was a game that ended 6-0. I shouldn't have said that, but hey, if you watch it, you'll see after and see what the score is. But it was a game that was a tight game. They were battling back and forth. A lot of penalties. Yellow flag after yellow flag. And I'm talking, it's early in the season, early for the refs, it's early for the teams, it's early, a lot of eagerness. You know.
You were there. Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
You were there.
Yes.
Do you think that elite team, barring them penalties, could have won that game?
I think the elite team. I think they had a chance. Let me tell you why. They had the first drive, I believe. They went. The first run was one of their runs out. That first offensive drive was 60-yard touchdown, called back. Okay. After that, they moved up the field again, called back. On their first couple drives, they were flagged fairly. I'll have to say.
Well, you kept telling me this. You was like
6 out of 8.
That's what I'm saying.
In 2 drives. So.
You know?
But if that's the case, and what I did see, they were holding. There was a lot of eagerness.
Okay.
You know, but you do have to, you know, understand.
Hey,
you're not going to get every call.
Yeah.
Right. You're not going to get every call, and you got to coach the refs. You not coach the refs, but you have to coach your teams with the refs in mind.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. The refs shouldn't be able to beat you. Shouldn't have no.
Right.
You know, but. That can mentally mess that little. I wonder how them kids felt getting. I got a touchdown. I just bopped 60 yards. Now I gotta go walk back.
You know what it feels like. You've done it.
That's what I'm saying.
I've done it.
That's what I'm saying. So like that's what like
football too.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like my middle thing. I gotta walk. I just ran for 60 yards. Now I gotta go walk in the huddle again and try to do.
But it is discouraging. Say if
You know
you're going. First down, flag. Second down, flag. Third down, flag.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You feel me? That type of shit. That type of stuff.
That could have took a lot out of them kids to where.
But they stuck in the game. And that's good to coaches. So shout out to you coaches there too as well. I thought they have a star out there with the young number 5.
Yes.
Who's the quarterback over there too as well. His ball fakes was great. His play action was awesome. Quick, great vision. He's able to see the holes before everybody else.
Yes.
Which I thought was very, very good. He needs a little bit more upfield blocking. I think he would be able to break him a little bit more. I also believe they have a two-headed monster back there.
2 running backs was
number 6 and number 7.
Beast.
If they, in my opinion, right? If you got 2 guys.
They should have pounded.
Punch him in the mouth.
Coaches, we not knocking you. I ran offense just like that. You had the right personnel, dives and leads, then a counter, touchdown. Game would have been over. With them 2 backs you got, I'd have ran dive, lead, and then we went to counter with that running, that quarterback and that quarterback keeper. Touchdown every 3 plays.
3 plays.
3 plays. It was open. You know, when you see film and see a lot. That's what I want to tell y'all, coaches. Show your kids film so they can know what they doing on film. You can stop it. You can stop it. Look, rewind. You supposed to block them like this versus look what you did.
Right.
Fact. You got to show the kid. You can't show them in practice. You got to show them on film.
Can't show them in practice.
You got to show them in film. So that when they go to practice,
you're saying you got to have film sessions as part of practice
part
week.
Of your practice week.
Right.
Every Monday when I do my team, we doing film Monday. We not even putting no pads on. We go in that film room. So you can't. I can't scream at you.
Right.
You don't know what you do. And then another thing we used to do, we should test our kids before our game. We get a pencil and tablet, write a play. You better know that play. You're not going in that game until you know this play.
You got to know the X's and O's.
It's strict. You got to be strict.
We're about to go ahead and take a quick break on the Nation Station. We're going to come back. We're going to talk with some of the Box State Hornets coaches and from the game too as well. And just kind of dive in a little bit more with some of the teams and players. And this week, coming up, we're going to take a quick break. I'm Uncle Tuxx, and this is
ROBBIE the Rockets.
It's been said that power waits for the one who earns it, the one who turns the situation around when their inner voices sound. How will you earn your power? With word or with silence and in life? Or in death and violence? Then how will you use it? Will you confuse it and think anger is the only way to belong? Or will you abuse it and let pain make you forget right from wrong? Will that make you feel strong? Do you have the power to turn the situation around at the sound of your inner voice? You can pick up the sticks or you can grab the stick. How will you handle that choice? How do you want your story to end? Are these really your friends? Will this be fun? And do they have a gun? Will you be forced to use your power for what's right or to run? Will you look back on the time and wish you could rewind that last second, minute, hour? Make the choice to listen to your inner voice. How will you earn your power?
What's happening?
What's happening?
McKeezy, welcome back. We're supposed to be doing a Zoom here.
Good night is in the night.
Good night's not saying that. His microphone is muted for some reason. I'm not sure.
I guess because he probably told him to turn it off auto. Because he probably think we don't be mute because we normally mute our
He thinks he's on the show.
Yeah, so he's muting the phone. Like how we mute the phone, so he's muting the auto, so he's there, but he's like, I'm not saying nothing. We can't tell him because he muted the phone, so he can't hear us. Tell me to unmute his phone.
And in the Zoom. We're just going regular show. Zoom ended? Sweet. Forget that. We move on. So check it. If you're still on, that's fine, but
I ain't on the Zoom. I never was on. I was watching it through here.
All right, so check it. Real quickly here, so we just have it, and we have the footage here to say, and before we go to the game, is the game loaded up too? Yep, sweet, sweet, sweet. So check this out. I want to put some focus on the Blue Ribbon Elite. and talk about a player and why this player was considered the Blue Ribbon Elite. Blue Ribbon Elite is basically the spotlight for, as we talked about, the top of the top, the best of the best, the creme de la creme.
The cream of the crop.
Right, the cream of the crop of athletes in your neighborhood, in our neighborhoods. And game by game is how we make these analysis. And what you're seeing here is a young man named Fonzo Moore II. Okay, this young man was a monster out there. He played against the Colorado Springs Elite and was completely the catalyst on offense, anchored that offensive line, and also anchored that defensive line. Mean kid. Had the right attitude. His motor was crazy. Quick, Warren Sapp-like, Aaron Donald style. But he did remind me of like a Warren Sapp, man. You know, using his hands. It was really, really good to see. Footwork was nice.
Nice.
You know. And what'd you see out there?
So I'll tell you this. I seen something that at 10 years old, you don't see. You can't coach that. You can't. It's just his natural talent. You can. It shows with the natural talent. You know, he put it like this. He can sign with Alabama right now. Alabama. That's how much of an athlete his IQ was at 10 years old. It's amazing how you see these kids 10 years old playing like they professional athletes, and they talking like they grown men.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. The interview was awesome. The interview was awesome. Oh, I did not notice that. But you know, check this out. I'm just gonna do this freely because it's on our pilot show. Listen, if you're ready to go try the Zoom again, you was on, but you didn't. You had your mute off. You had your mute. You was muted. You was on. We seen you, but you was muted. Uh-huh. Y'all both getting on? Okay, bet, dope. Yep. We'll go to break.
Things will get harder, but we're not gonna stop. No, we're gonna stand up and hear a cry. We're tired living this life. Listen to our cries. We'll be the light.
Check. Hey, my man M. Goodnight is on location with Game Point Sports out there. They might not know your alter ego out there, but Go ahead and let them know who you are, man. Give us an intro, man, and where you at and what's going on and who you talking with.
Can't hear him.
Tag here.
Wow, a four-peat, huh? How awesome is that, man? Congratulations. I see. Take it out. I see that you guys have. Just a moment. Just want to make sure this. Get the sound right. Can you guys still hear me?
Okay, cool.
Okay. So I see that you guys have the young man out there, man. We was just talking about the young man there. Well, first off, let me say hello, Coach. How are you, Coach Williams?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Just out here trying to get it done. How you guys doing?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Awesome. We appreciate you volunteering your time to these young men out here, man, and helping them become better. You know what I'm saying? Better athletes and also better young men. So we appreciate your dedication to that too, also.
Definitely. Thank you.
Man, we saw you guys have a hell of a game last week against the Colorado Springs Elite. We did hear that you guys did blow out your first two opponents, but the Colorado Springs Elite, you guys only won 6-0. It was a tough game. It was a lot of penalties, a lot of touchdowns called back, a lot of plays called back, a lot of change in the momentum. What'd you feel about that game? How was that game for you guys out there, Coach?
I mean, just like you said, it was just a tough, hard-fought game. Their team has some really good and really big linemen and just a really good skill set, so they matched up with us pretty well. But, of course, we came out victorious, and that's all that we're really focused on each week.
Yeah, it was definitely a good game. I thought you guys did have a few chances where you guys could have been shooting yourselves in the foot with a lot of the penalties and giving Colorado Springs Elite a chance to actually come back. I didn't believe, based upon looking at the film, that they had the same caliber of athletes. However, they did hold you guys just to 6 points. Why do you think that was?
Honestly, I just think that, he played a big factor just in our game plan, just with getting the boys hydrated and keeping them hydrated. It was something that, we're not really too used to because we practiced later on in the day, so I think that just kind of shocked them up a little bit. But, I mean, like I said, we're definitely sharpening up in our practice and just trying to keep on some of those, little bitty things that we're doing wrong, like jumping off sides or some of those penalties that we're getting. We're just trying to clean up those so we can come out and play the most clean game that we can.
Awesome. You have any questions, Robbie?
As of right now, what's the next game y'all got going on this weekend? Who y'all got this weekend?
We got a big game versus the Spill tomorrow at 1:00.
Well, that's going to be a good game to watch. I'm actually, you know what? I wasn't supposed to be there till later. I might be there for sure to see that.
What time?
The Nation Station might be there for sure.
What time is that game tomorrow?
1 p.m.
1 p.m.? We're going to go out there. I'm going to go out there and watch them guys.
You want to go?
I'll go out there. We'll be out there tomorrow to come watch y'all. Come watch y'all. Come film y'all.
M. Goodnight, do you have any questions before we go to the young man?
None.
I don't have no questions, man. Y'all just bring y'all popcorn, man.
Yep, bring your popcorn.
Young man, can you say your name for the camera, please, or for the world?
Alfonso Moore.
Alfonso Moore. You're the second, right?
Fifth.
You're the fifth. Oh, we got that all wrong, fellas.
Oh, we
need that information.
Yes.
We need to make sure we say your name right because you're going to be a household name here very, very soon.
Very soon.
We was watching some tape on you, young man. That last game, you were dominant. You were dominant on both sides of the ball. You had some outstanding blocks that really freed some of your players, and your defensive dominance was insane. You have a hell of a quick step, and you use your hands very, very well. Where do you get that from? Do you watch tape? Is it from just practice? Please help us know and other youth how you attain that skill set.
Yes.
It's mostly from practice.
Practice year in and year out, huh? You just knew you were just going to be dominant. Have you always practiced on the defensive line?
Yep.
Awesome. How many tackles do you think you had that game?
I don't know.
Do you remember the pancake block that you had when you blasted? Your quarterback was slightly in distress, was running towards the right, ended up rolling back towards the left, and you were able to free him by a pancake block that was outstanding. You might have lifted him off both of his feet. Do you remember that block?
The pancake. Hey, so I want you to tell them about it, man. What was going through your mind during that?
Mostly just getting the block so we can get more yards. Win the game.
My man, the ultimate team player.
He's the ultimate team player. We interviewed him after the game, and it was outstanding to even hear you talk, man. Salute to you and your upbringing and the training that you're getting from your coaches. You definitely you're definitely on your way to a lot of big things. What are you looking forward to in this next upcoming game, and how are you preparing yourself for this game?
I mean, mostly trying to get the best players out into their heads, so then it's easier to get them and then easier to win.
Are you bringing a little extra intensity just because it is a bigger game? Are you talking to the rest of your players, letting them know that you can't take plays off in these big moments?
That's what coaches say, but yeah.
I know that's right. All right, man, we appreciate you. We did want to say this. Congratulations. You have been chosen as the Blue Ribbon Elite Player of the Game. Your dominance was insane. We are going to play a couple of your highlights right after we get off of this call, too, as well, in order for the world to see. We also will have a video package of some highlights, too, on our webpage to also share with you also and your coaches. So, again, shout out to you, your hard work. It definitely was paying off. We see you out here, young man.
And it's an honor to be you should be an honor. You're the first one.
You are the first one
to be the blue ribbon. You should be an honor.
Elite player of the week.
And we was impressed. We'll talk about you on Game Point again too. We was impressed. We was real impressed with you. You're gonna be something. Hey, quick question before we get you off. What team you want to play for in college? I know you want to go to college. Who's your favorite college team? Where you want to go to school at? Tell if he was a coach right now, where you want to go to school at?
He said LSU.
He said where?
The phone about to die, LSU.
Okay, I'm my fault. We about to close it out. LSU, I could see you there.
You look like one of LSU.
Oh, Marcus Spears.
He little LSU. What they feeding that boy out?
Have good night. Give us a closeout, my man.
He probably closed that.
All right, man. Check it out, man. That was great, man, for our inaugural call here.
Yes.
We're going to do that every single week. We're going to talk with the coaches and, kind of get down and dirty, man, and really find out what's going on during the week.
Yes. These youths need to be spotlighted.
Man, what you wasn't hearing, some of the parts that you wasn't in, man, of course, what he was saying is, it's a team game. He was talking about, basically his team. And you got to love that with these youth these days. You got to love it because it is an ultimate team game. Yes. Let's take a look at his actual, a couple of, quick highlights of him. And shout out again to Fonzo Moore, the fifth. Okay?
Forgive us.
We will update. The fifth. All right?
Yeah, JB.
Roll that footage, man. Let's check this little dude out, man.
Go hard, then go harder. hard, then go hard. Go hard, then go hard. Cause all we want is chips. No excuses, all offense. Cause runner up just don't exist when you be running up the ship. They gon' love it when you lose and they gon' hate to see you win. So even when you go and win, you gotta do it all again. And go hard, go hard, go hard, then go hard. Go hard, then go hard. Go hard, then go hard. Got it out the muscle. Thankful for my haters and my hustle. I get money, I keep winning, I look good. Triple double, waiting for that big break. Like we about to lead a huddle, I ain't never ducked a wreck. Ask the team about the scuffles, boy, cause they know I'm troubled out. They know that we the underdogs. Get it year round, I ain't never took a summer off. I'm a one-on-one, I could never be a one of y'all. I just know I got a ball, I go Mike Jack off the wall. I ain't running, not it out. Keep the extras, all we want is chips. No excuses, all offense. Cause runner up just don't exist when you be running up the ship. They gon' love it when you lose and they gon' hate to see you win. So even when you go and win, you gotta do it all again. And go hard, go hard, go hard, then go hard, go hard, then go hard, go hard, then go hard.
do our thing on offense, make sure we get them blocks, hold them blocks, make sure we get no penalties, and keep on ramming them, run that ball down their throat, and let's go.
Hey, man, these guys out here going back and forth. Everybody's playing hard on both sides. I'm enjoying, being out here on the field, making sure they get a fair game call. 6-0 almost halftime. It's been a good game so far.
Right now, we just up 6-0, but we're coming against this team, real tough team from Colorado Springs. The elite is what they call themselves, but they definitely put on a show for us. This heat beating on us as well, but our boys out here doing their best. That's all we can really ask for. Just come out here second half, just turn it up a notch, and hopefully come out with this dub.
Yeah, good half of football out here today. Real hot. Got about a 90-degree game. 2 good squads on both sides. It's real physical today. We got to make some adjustments, Came up short. We got 60 yards in penalties so far. We got to straighten that out and come out hot in the second half.
It's nothing. Box State Hornets, we up against a tough Colorado Springs elite team. They came with some heart. They've been going down like every play. We starting to hit them, but them boys got heart, man. So it's time for us to step it up this next 2 quarters and play Hornet football.
We're going to clean up some of these penalties, come out firing off the ball, and hopefully come out on top on us. We're doing pretty decent on defense. Our offense got to pick it up a little bit, but we should be fine. Go up 2 touchdowns, win the game.
We're going good. We're just trying to get these flags off our back, and we're getting yards. We're trying to score a touchdown so we can win the game. We could get better at the snap and running the ball and holding the ball so no fumbles, and also throwing the ball and stuff, looking at people. My name's Elijah. I'm the quarterback of the Colorado Elite.
I thought it was overall a good game. Both teams played hard. We'll just prepare for a better matchup, and we'll give a good shot next week.
Game today, we grinded it out, barely pulled it out. Defensive battle for sure. We got some discipline to work on. I give props to the Colorado Springs Elite, man. They put up a hell of a fight. Great game by both teams, you know. Big 9-9. Y'all watch that boy. That boy's something different, man. Watch that boy. Appreciate y'all. Box State Hornets, we out here, man. Clean up.
Hey, win the play, win the day, all right? Rockets.